Hello again. Welcome back to your 5-minute devotional stop with me, Amy Phillips. I'm on a journey moving from fear to faith, and I hope you'll join me for Just Believe. So, friends, how are you being today? I mentioned before that a dear friend likes to ask that question rather than how are you doing, because we are human beings, not human doings. But being and being still is still so hard for most of us, especially you type 1 people out there. But being and being still is what God instructs us over and over again. We see it in Psalm 37:7. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for him. Or Psalm 46:10, he says, be still and know that I am God. So he's commanded this of us. This means that we have the capacity to sit still before him, even in the busyness of life and all of our schedules. The practice of being still seems to have been hijacked in secular settings or meditation around a certain philosophy or in other religions, another God. And we can think, well, only Buddhists meditate or in the secular world, but God has specifically asked this of us, and not just for his pleasure of being with us, but also for our own good, because research has shown how silence and meditation rewires our brains and lowers our stress levels. So in the ministry I work with, we do a lot of breath work with clients. We can go into a space with women whose hearts are not ready to talk or allow God in. But as we sit in silence, allowing focus on our breath, inviting God, focusing on him, the atmosphere changes and God begins to minister to them. I'm often overwhelmed at how this time opens hearts and allows God to speak and move among them. So it's pretty easy to do this if there's somebody guiding us, commanding our attention back to Jesus every few moments when it wanders, because it will. But it's much harder on our own time to sit in silence with your focus on Jesus, because we aren't used to it. But it's like the muscles of faith, we can grow in it. Mother Teresa encouraged others. She said, we all must take the time to be silent and to contemplate, especially those who live in big cities like London and New York, where everything moves so fast. I always begin my prayer in silence, for it is in the silence of the heart that God speaks. God is the friend of silence. We need to listen to God because it's not what we say, but what he says to us and through us that matters. So a few weekends ago, a friend shared with a group of us what God has showed her as a pathway in being still before the Lord. I love this simple, moving prayer of silence, and I've been doing it a lot. I always begin having read some scripture or devotional to just allow my day and the stressors to fall away. And then in silence, I speak the words, be still and know that I am God. And wait in that silence. Wait in that truth, focusing your heart on Jesus. Some of you might want to have a picture of him in your mind or you being with him. Then speak, be still and know, continuing to set your heart on him in it. Then be still, wait in it, and then finish with be. Just be. Be in his presence. Be in his goodness. Feel his nearness. Just be. You aren't trying to accomplish anything or be anything for God. You just are, just as he made you. He is inviting you to meet with him there in the being. So I want to finish with a scripture from Exodus 14. And this is the story where Moses is leading the Israelites out of Egypt. And they're terrified as they find the Egyptians on their heels as they try to go back to the promised land. And it says in Exodus 14, as Pharaoh approached, the Israelites looked up, and there were the Egyptians marching after them. They were terrified and cried out to the Lord. Moses answered the people, do not be afraid. Stand firm, and you will see the deliverance of the Lord that he will bring to you today. The Egyptians you see today, you will never see again. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. You need only to be still. In easy, calm times and in hard-pressed, fearful times, you need only to be still. I invite you, friends, into a deeper place of intimacy in waiting on the Lord. Even if you just start with 2 minutes a day to wait patiently before Him, stretch out those faith muscles to wait, to be. Carry into your times no expectation of getting something from Him, just being with Him. And the beautiful thing is that if you will be, you will find Him coming to be with you, resting with you as you practice His presence. So be still, dear friends, and know. Just believe in a good God who is near to those who love Him. Wait for the Lord. Be strong and take heart, and wait for the Lord. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you feel encouraged and strengthened. If you want to connect with me, you can find me at amybphillips.com. See you next time.